Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Hope you're all doing well, scoundrels, and I hope you're having a lovely day. If you'd like to join the Scoundrel Gang, there is a button down below. I'm sorry, I am really out of energy today because I've got a little bit of a temperature. I'm not feeling very well. I don't know if anyone else gets this. When you're feeling like you're going to come down with like a kind of like a fever, I get like really like, I don't know, it's like shivery, stabby neck pain that kind of radiates into my shoulders. I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but that's the way I feel today. It's not great. So I'm staying at home. Well, that's what I do anyway. I stay at home. So yeah, hopefully you're all doing well. Also, thanks to G2A for sponsoring the channel. There's a reference link in the description below. So I'm going to talk today a little bit about resources for Eve Echoes and which resources that I am using. And I'm going to link all of those resources in the description below. I'm not going to cover all of the resources available because there are loads and loads and loads of resources. But I am going to try and cover as many as possible. I'm going to start off by going through them individually, and it's going to be a short video. We're not going to touch on them for too long. We're just going to go through them and then kind of show you, point you towards some really good channels, and also websites and also blogs. So yeah, I'm going to start off with the hub for all Eve Echoes related news and content. It's the Eve Echoes subreddit. So if you go to reddit.com/r-echoes, you're going to have a load of like mix of both guides, videos, memes, kill mails. It's just a good place to discuss Eve and ask questions, and they have a weekly mega thread where there's like no stupid questions, and you can see hasn't actually been updated for the last week, but usually it's done reset every so often, and there's loads and loads of questions on there with loads of people giving answers as well. It's a really good thread. And speaking of the thread, this is the thread here, and it also has lots of links to great websites and tools which you can use. And if you scroll down, you're going to see all these questions being answered, and usually if you throw a question down like here, someone will come and answer it, and people will kind of work through the new replies and answer a question. So it's a really good place to go and ask a question if you have one. So I'd thoroughly recommend the Eve Echoes, the No Stupid Questions thread. Okay, a really great portal for a lot of Eve Echoes related stuff is the Eve Echoes Wiki. This is being built out right now, and you can see they have got loads of little separate bits, professions, mining, etc, etc. You can see a list of tools, so I really like the list of tools. Here we go. Skill point calculator, planetary resource search, ship blueprint research. They've got loads of different tools on this website, and it's being fitted out to be really strong and a great resource for all things Eve Echoes related. Something else that I'm going to put in the description that is essentially similar to this, but is for Eve Online, is called Eve University. It's also a big wiki page with lots of different stuff that you can learn from. I do a lot of my learning through the Eve Online Eve University page, but obviously not everything translates over to Echoes, but the Eve Echoes wiki is great. Another great website here you might be able to see is the Eve Echoes Market. I'm just going to move this down ever so slightly. Eve Echoes Market, so Eve echoes-market.com. Great little website to kind of show you what potential prices are. So let's go to medium drones, MK7 infiltrator, and you see the prices of drones over the course of the last few weeks or days. Buying price at 3.6 mil is the buy order volume, and selling prices at average 12 mil. It's a really great website for just kind of assessing the market and getting a general read on average prices for stuff. I think it's a great website. Thoroughly recommend it if you're interested in doing market flipping. And it's actually the website that I pull my data from for my reprocessing spreadsheet, which I haven't published yet, and also my Eve Ore spreadsheet. I'm not going to be publishing my reprocessing spreadsheet just yet. I'm doing some work to it, basically. Okay, this is a great little blog. It's called, I'm just going to return to the main site so I can see what it's called. It's called The Pirate's Guide to the Galaxy, and the Eve Echoes with the Eyes of a Scoundrel, which is ironically not me, but even though he's got a similar thematic. It's pirates-guide.com, and honestly, it's a really great really great little website. You can see he's had 157 kills worth 2.2 billion ISK, and he's died twice worth 75 million ISK, and he does a lot of really great little guides on like PvP stuff, and gives you ship builds. So I thoroughly recommend going to check out this guy. He posts a lot on the subreddit as well, so I will link his blog or his or her blog, I'm not entirely sure, in the description below. This is, I cannot recommend this enough. This is probably the most comprehensive spreadsheet resource in Eve Echoes by a chap called ZedGod. It has got links to pretty much everything. It's currently being fleshed out, I think, with lots of different bits, but it has got loads and loads of resources in here. You know, you've got like industry, so if you click on the industry page, it will take you, hopefully if my internet stops being rubbish, it will take you, okay, just take me back to the main page. Let me give you a sec. industry. Here we go. Click on industry. It will show you what you need to build all these different things, and it will just kind of tell you like how you go about building all these different types of ships, etc. So it's just an incredibly good resource, and I cannot recommend this this resource enough. A guy called ZedGod. He takes donations as well. I know he's put a lot of work into it, and he has a list of all the content creators too. I forgot. I've got to click on the up here. Listing all the content creators as well. So he's got listed to every single YouTuber that's currently covering Eve Echoes as well as multi-games. And you can see like there's just loads of content creators here. And also I'd recommend going through all these content creators and seeing if you find any of them. They have their language. You can see Russian, English, German, Portuguese, English, etc. And it has links as well as some donation links if you're interested in supporting those creators. Don't feel like you need, I'm here, don't ever feel like you need to donate to me, guys. Don't worry about that. I just put it in just in case, but don't feel like you need to. And there's loads of different YouTube content creators in here as well. I would thoroughly recommend people like Captain Benzie, Sovereign. I'm going to go through YouTube content creators in a minute, but this, I honestly can't recommend this spreadsheet enough. I'll put a link to it in the description below. It's absolutely insane. It's so good. This is a spreadsheet by a guy called Eve Echoes Data, and it basically has a complete dump of all the planetary processing materials that you can find, as well as the output. You could sort by output. You know, if you want to find like the highest output for something, you can sort by, there's so many, it's probably going to lag my entire browser out. There's too many to lag, it would lag my browser out, but you can search for specific resources and find kind of the output of them. But there is just loads of cells here. And if you want to go and check out planets and where they are in the system and what kind of resources you can get from them, this is like the spreadsheet for you. So I'll also link that. Here's my ore spreadsheet. You guys will have seen this enough. I have actually just fixed one of the issues that I found. One of my viewers found out that there was an error reprocessing precious ores. It's a really basic spreadsheet, and I'm actually going to show you something slightly better than my spreadsheet in just a moment, but I will link my spreadsheet in the description below as well. Then there is this guy, Voxgem. This is from the Eve Echoes Reddit. This is a reprocessing and industry planning spreadsheet. It is incredibly good, much more comprehensive than mine, and I would thoroughly recommend that you go and check it out. And I think he updates it quite frequently. So if you want to check out Voxgem, I'll link this Reddit thread so you can go directly to the spreadsheet, but it's absolutely insane. So that's everything in terms of the spreadsheets and the website resources. You guys have heard me talk about JGEX before. JGEX does a lot of kind of like, I think he does kind of a little bit of PvP, but mostly does stuff like market data reports on like ore and planetary processing materials, and he makes a tier list for all of them. It's really good. Thoroughly recommend. I actually need to subscribe. Then we have Captain Benzie, of course. Basically makes a guide on pretty much every ship in the universe. He does everything that you could think about when it comes to Eve Echoes. Has everything kind of split out into individual playlists. He's much more organized with it than I am. Yeah, he does loads of stuff. And actually has covered lots of games through like his entirety. You know, his career on YouTube, and has finally hit a really good stride with his subscriber base. So I think I'm really proud of Benzie, and he's done a great job. And yeah, thoroughly recommend Benzie for lots of different types of Eve Echoes content. Sovereign is a fantastic content creator as well. He basically talks about drama and updates and all that kind of stuff. Like he covers everything that you could think of with Eve Echoes. Really fantastic content creator in that sense, and it does a lot to boost and kind of support the overall Eve Echoes scene. So if you want to like get into like the drama side of things, like he'll cover big wars, he'll cover like corporation drama. Honestly, Sovereign is fantastic, so can thoroughly recommend Sovereign. And those are the kind of the content creators that I generally tend to follow. But yeah, there's other people like Geeka Forte. I just haven't checked out enough content creators, you know, on YouTube. But if you have any other content creators that you really enjoy, you add them to the just the comments, and I'll heart those comments to make sure that we get an extra, more comprehensive list. But that's a brief overview of all of the resources that I use for Eve Echoes. They're all fantastic. Yeah, and hope you guys get use of them too. And I will see you very soon.